Hey crew, it's Bit, and I'm back. It's been a couple weeks. I've been in a holding pattern. I really didn't plan on not making content for the last couple of weeks. I really didn't plan on not doing anything. It's been weird. Uh, I kind of got the reactions taken away from me. I never planned on doing just reactions. I've been very open and honest about that, right? We've talked about that several times. Like, it was a tool to get to something else, but I really thought that the MBTI stuff was where I was going with that. And it turns out that it's not. Like, I really feel like I got out what I needed to get out with the MBTI stuff, that I got the tools out there to help people. I'm not done with it. It is a very integral part of what I do in my everyday life. But the typing videos just don't resonate with me. They don't resonate with me in the exact same way that I don't resonate with the reaction videos anymore. And that really has me thrown for a loop, because I really thought that we were going to be doing this MBTI stuff. I really did. I thought that I would be doing a typology video a day and maybe some other content to go along with it, but I really can't. I'm a weird fella, right? If you've been with me for a while, then you know that. But when I get something on me, like, I have to do it. And when I get something on me or taken away from me, I absolutely can't do it. And that's not always been to my benefit in my own view. But in the greater picture, it normally winds out to work out pretty okay. I really thought that we would be doing typology. I really thought that we would be helping people to see examples, because that's what the typology videos were, right? That's not me trying to diagnose somebody. That's not me trying to say that I know these people intimately from an interview, and normally 10 minutes of an interview. That is not nearly enough time to accurately do this. Like, you can get a rough idea, and that's what I do in the typology videos. I try to notice the patterns as fast as possible. I'm really good at recognizing patterns. And so what I was trying to do was just show examples of the things that I'm looking for. And maybe I have enough of that out. Maybe there'll be some more typology videos. I really don't know. I tried to do a couple of reaction videos over the past week. Shannon, shout out to my number one day one. She gave me a couple of really good recommendations, and I watched the videos. I tried to record a reaction video to them. I can't. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just fundamentally flawed in that way. What I think really happened is that when I started the reaction videos, I was not necessarily in a great place, right? But who I am now and who I was a year and a half ago when we started, because, well, not quite a year and a half, because we started in July of last year with the reaction videos, and I wasn't in the best place. I was not in the most horrible place that I've ever been. I've been in some really bad spots. I ate a shotgun before, but I wasn't in the best place, and I really used the reactions kind of like a therapy. It really helped me to get some things out and to deal with some things and to get some emotions out there, and to really see that there is some light in the world somewhere, because all of the independent artists that I covered are really out there trying to change the impact. They're breaking away from the drugging and the clubbing and the sex and all of the things that really hold us back. And I really enjoyed all of the time that I spent watching these videos. But I even tried to do Tom's Let It Drop. Like, I was like, all right, I'm going to do Tom, because Tom's a good draw, and I need to get my algorithm rolling again. But I couldn't do it. Like, I sat down, I opened up the program, I opened up the video. I enjoyed the video, but I just couldn't get into the reaction in an authentic way, right? Because this is about authenticity. It's about me being honest with you. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. Like, I have an idea in my mind to do the basics, right? We started that with the basic layout, and I'm going to continue that. We're going to go through herbs. We're going to go through crystals. We're going to go through how to weave and stuff like that. But those videos by necessity are hands-on, and some of them require resources. And I'm really unsure where to start and what resources to start with and where to invest my time and money, because that is what it will be. Like, I have to buy the herbs to show y'all the herbs. I'm I'm not trying to just pull pictures off the internet. We're going to get in there and we're going to look at them. Now, I have rosemary and thyme, and I have sage, and I have pomegranates, and my vine died. My grape. I had a grape going, and I accidentally hit it with the weed eater and killed my vine. You know, I'm so upset with myself behind that. But my fig tree is growing, and like we're about to plant an olive tree. Y'all gonna get to go along with me on that one. But some of these videos, by necessity, take a very long time to do. Like we're gonna do the rosemary and the thyme, right? I have those. They're growing great. I use those in a tea as an antimicrobial, antifungal body flush. And I want to show you all that, but we have to show you the plant from propagation, and then we have to show it being planted, and we have to show it flourishing, and take you through the seasons, right? We're in winter now. There ain't nothing really growing now. I'm about to start the propagation videos, do the clones, and grow out the plants and stuff like that, but I really, like, we can't go through the whole thing for 6 months, 8 months. So these videos that I start now, y'all won't get to see until August or September, when it comes close to harvest time again. Like, we'll have a whole year's progression, and so we've got a lot to talk about in between there. I just don't know what it is yet. On a secondary note is, I'm not who I was. Like, I know a lot of people say that, and I've said it before, and I've meant it before, but I'm really not on the level where I was when I started this channel. Like, when I first started this channel in 2019, I think it was 2019. It was right before it was 2019. I really didn't see myself here, right? I was doing political commentary. I was reading the news every day. I was sitting down and making 3 videos based on the news, 5 to 10 minutes every single day, putting them out, talking about the things. I've watched the whole hysteria roll out in real time. I was covering it coming from China whenever it first started. If y'all know my story, I had it in 2019. I got severely sick in October of 2019. It took me until December of 2019 to be able to breathe and be able to start walking and moving. And so starting that channel was right about this time I started walking. It was me trying to change my life. It's me taking positive steps in the right direction to change my life. I was starting to open up. I was starting to talk. I was working on vocal therapy. Like, that's another thing. God has healed. Oh my God, has God healed. My throat is, I'm in my normal voice right now. I've remodulated my mic because I don't have to take it up high anymore. I can talk. Like, this is part of my range, but this is part of my range, and this is part of my range. This is a comfortable part of my range right here. And we really, like, my voice is getting a lot better. It's getting a lot stronger. When I started doing the reactions in August of last year, or July of last year, it was a struggle to get to 15 minutes. Like a horrible struggle. It was me, my voice bottoming out dead at the end of it. By the end of it. And I could feel the obstruction in my throat. Well, the obstruction's gone. My voice is getting better. And my tremors are leaving. Like, that's an amazing thing for me, right? I have been shaking for 10 years. Like, uncontrollably, just randomly. My eyes start doing things. My whole left side of my body start doing things. That's gone, you know. Like, I've spent the last 2 weeks, I got put in a holding pattern. I really did. I got told, stop. And so I did. That's what I do. I listen, right, to that voice that tells you what to do. That's what I listen to. And so it told me to stop. And so I did. I haven't done any videos. I'm really trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go with this. Like, I thought I knew what we were about to do, and now I don't. And so that automatically spins me into a recuperate, like stop and assess the situation. Because if I don't know what I'm doing, I don't want to press forward. I like to fail forward. Like, I will jump into something before I am quite ready, and I will learn as I go. Like, that's failing forward, right? I'm not doing it quite right, but I'll figure it out as we go along. And we did that with reactions. We did that with the MBTI. We've done that with all of this. I just don't know where to go with it. I'm completely different in a spiritual manner because a year and a half ago we were doing Bible studies, and now, if you've seen where Genesis ended up, I can't do that anymore. but I'm in a better place, right? I'm in a better place spiritually than I've been ever, and that's saying something because I've always been better than most people for that. And so, like, I'm really in a good walk. And I got told to spend time in my meditative practices and to work on my physical, and I have. And my back's better, right? I've been spending a day, like, time in meditation every day and making it a practice where I was hit and miss with it before. I wasn't as fully committed to meditative practices as before. Even though, like, I know it's the right thing to do. Like, I know I need to do it, and then I don't do it. I just sit there and I don't, right? I find something else to do instead. So I've been intentionally making sure that I take the time that I need to spend on working on the inner part, and it's really helped. Like, the I am practice, I do an I am practice. If you haven't seen the I am videos, you should definitely check that out. But I do an I am practice, and it's working. I'm getting better. Like, I say I am healed, and I am becoming healed. Like, that is the I am, right? I am becoming. I am healed. And my voice is better. My shakes are gone. My back is better. I'm in better physical shape than I've been in over a decade, right? It was 2011 when I got in my accident. I haven't been able to walk correctly since then. I can. Like, I'm getting so much better. Like, I'm not 100%. I can't go out there and dig a hole. I can't go out there and swing a hammer and build a house like I used to. But I can walk and I can do things, and I'm getting so much better, and I'm growing so much. I just don't know quite where I'm going, and it's a little bit discomforting. Like, I know the divine timing is a thing, and I am absolutely waiting on divine timing. I feel like there's an opportunity coming that's outside of what I have. And I don't know how to go about getting it. And I'm very, 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 like, it's so funny because I am one of the most patient people you'll meet. If I have the goal and I know that it's going to take 2 years, I am perfectly fine with that 2 years. But if I don't know, I want to know. And so I get obsessive about it. I've tried to force some things over the past couple of weeks, and it's not something I need to do, right? Like, I still have the goal for the school. Like, I still want to help people learn life. That's a major goal in my life. I'm not sure who the target audience is going to be anymore. I'm not sure that it's going to be the prisoners. Like, I really thought that's what I was going to be doing. I really thought that's what I was going to be doing. And now, I'm not. Now, I'm not sure if I should start a school for children or start a college where you can learn trades, or even not start something. Like, I'm okay with fading off to obscurity and nobody ever seeing me again. Like, it's not about me, it's about finding that purpose, right? And so I really do feel like I'm in the middle of something. I feel like I'm in a holding pattern. I'm not entirely happy with that, but I'm happy with it. Like, I really like to be active, and I want to be active more now than I have in a long time. I really want to be out in something and doing something. I really want that. I want to be working one-on-one with people who want to change. And the problem I'm having now is finding people that really want to do things. Like, people talk a big game about, I really want to change my life. And then you try to help them and they're like, but not that way. I don't really want to take the steps that it's going to take to really do this. I really don't want to commit my time and effort into changing my own life for the better. It's amazing to me how many people are like that. It really is. Like, I've got people who will tell me, bruh, I'm tired of doing the same thing. And then do the same thing. Continuously. And that just doesn't make sense to me. I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a few minutes just because I haven't. And y'all are my crew. And there's probably like 15 people out of the 1,500 that are actually going to watch this video. And this one is for y'all. This is for the crew. Like, every once in a while, y'all know, I do a video for the crew. Thanksgiving is my holiday. So this coincided with me needing to take the time in my house. I did a lot of decluttering. I get, like, my family comes here. My wife's family comes here. And we do family Thanksgiving here. Because I do that for my kids. And all of them are welcome to come. And so, in order to make my wife comfortable with me doing that, I had to clean up a lot. And so I spent a whole lot of time over the last couple of weeks decluttering and rearranging and moving and deep cleaning. I did a lot of the maintenance around the house that I tend to let slide when I probably shouldn't. And I've been working on that as part of my practices too. Like, I've been trying to stay on top of my SI demon. Well, I know that I, as the homemaker, because I am the homemaker, need to take care of the home. I just had a tendency of saying, well, I'll do that later. So now I've got a day I set aside. I do everything on that one day. I do all of my normal housekeeping tasks plus one thing, and that allows me to get ahead of everything. My house is doing a lot better now. My body's doing a lot better now. My spiritual health is a lot better now. I'm in a much better place for me. I'm almost in a place where I feel comfortable helping other people with things. When I did the sit down with Chris and we did the typology, that went great. Like, we had a connection. We talked about things. But I'm not comfortable, or wasn't as comfortable, with trying to help somebody in that manner. Like, it really pushed me outside of my box in a way that now I'm probably a little bit more ready for than I was then. But I mean, that's been 6 months. Like, that's hard to believe, but it's been months, and like, time just kind of slips away from you. Again, I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a few minutes. Like, there's probably only 10 or 15 of y'all that are going to watch, but I know that y'all 10 or 15 are like, man, where's Pitt? I ain't seen Pitt for a minute. And I want to let you know where I'm at. It's not that I forgot y'all. It's just I'm unclear where to go. Like, I can't do the reaction videos anymore. It doesn't sit right with me. And like, part of that is the fact that it is taking someone else's content, and even though I did add value to it, right? I didn't do like some people do, and some people will just be like, and they don't say nothing. They don't stop the video. They don't back up the video. There's no discussion. That's not my kind of reaction videos. I like people to talk about actual issues. But I have a problem whereas if I've talked about the issue once, then for me it is settled, right? Unless there is a contravening argument that changes the data, for me the argument is settled. So if I've already talked about like the Tupac video is my number one video, yo. Like, Tupac live, uncensored, in prison, whatever the title of it was. Like, the prison interview, like, that's the best video I've got. And if I was really trying to maximize YouTube, what I would do is to lean into that, right? I could have leaned into the Upchurch stuff. I could have leaned into the Love Bite stuff. I could have leaned into the Tupac stuff. There are things that I could lean into, but it becomes inauthentic to me after a certain point. My eyes were opened by the Tupac video. I had a great time exploring that, and I had a great time learning that history. I had a great time learning about his life and how it tragically ended and all of these things, and to discuss the issues that are brought up. But once I've done that, I can't go back to that. Like, there's more videos where he says almost the same things, and I could do another video that would get 10,000 views. But to me, that 10,000 views isn't worth it. To me, that inauthenticity isn't worth it, right? When I did the reaction videos and we talked about the emotions involved, and we talked about the history that I have involved in these songs, and these things that they talk about allowed us to talk about things. Well, that was kind of like therapy for me. That was letting things out. Things that I didn't even realize really that I was still holding on to. Some of those things I thought I had gotten rid of a long time ago, and I didn't. But now I have. Like, I'm so free now. But now I don't have anything to talk about. I'm not conflicted in that way anymore. So I'm hoping that whatever this opportunity is, and I do believe that there is an opportunity coming, I just haven't recognized it yet, or it hasn't presented itself yet. And I really feel like maybe it's not me that's going to be initiating whatever this next step is. I feel like there's going to be somebody that reaches out to me in a way that's going to benefit both of us. And I am opening myself up to that, right? I am saying flat out that I'm okay with that. I don't have to be in control of things. I don't have to decide, right? I do make decisions. I do want to make decisions. I do want to know where I'm going. I can't settle on something. Like we're going to do videos. We're going to still do videos. I'm about to get back into that pretty hard, but it's going to be like some of these videos, it really is going to take me 9 months to put together. Like we're going to go through the whole growth cycle of these plants because I'm going to do an apothecarium and we're going to talk about the medicinal properties of these plants, the scientific names, the propagation techniques, the soil that they need in an in-depth way for each one of these plants. Because they are all different. They all do different things. Like rosemary is antifungal, antimicrobial, antioxidant. Like you can drink this in a tea and it's great for you. Right? There are so many things that we have forgotten and I want to express them. I want to go through all the plants, but I can't buy all the plants, right? So I have to figure out what I can do and we'll work forward from there. Some of the skill sets are outside of my control, right? I can weave, I've done that. I can braid, I've done that. So we can talk about those, but some of the things that I want to talk about, I don't do. Like bead making or glass blowing. I don't do that. But that's a skill that's going to be needed on the backside of the shift. Somebody's going to have to know how to make glass. That's not going to be me. I can forge steel. I can do that. I can make charcoal. I can do that. I can grow things. I can do that. I can't blue glass. Somebody else is going to have to do that part. I know this is a really long, rambling video. I did not expect it to be this long, and I'm so glad that you're still here with me. But I just wanted to touch base with my crew. Like, we're on this voyage together, and we are still going somewhere. I lost the destination, y'all. Like, I really thought that we would be doing videos on typology. I really thought that we would be doing examples of typology. Like, when I started doing the reactions, it was so that I could get to a bigger audience with the MBTI. Because I really do think that that's going to help people. It's going to help people change their lives. But I can't just sit there and do that day in and day out. I can't. I for one, taking the interviews is taking somebody else's content. I'm not all that happy with that. I would be better if I could sit down face to face, like we do with Chris, with these celebrities, and then maybe I could ask the right questions where I would be better, more comfortable doing a type. It really, I don't think I got them wrong, right? But there are absolutely things that don't get addressed in the proper manner in a 10-minute section of an interview. These people are putting on a face. This is not who they truly are. But I show you the examples that even though they're putting on a face, I feel like no matter what you say, you bring the conversation back where you want it, right? I bring the conversation back to the idea. I do every time. If we're talking about something, we go back to that one idea. And I have several one ideas, right? God is one idea. The NWO is another one idea. And so we may be in a conversation, but it's going to go in one of those directions. Whereas somebody else is going to bring it back to the things. And that's really what I was trying to show. Is that some people are ideas, some people are things. Some people are gathered, some people are organized. And so I really think that I did everything I needed to do there. The reactions, I really feel like I did everything I needed to do there. Like, I could do some one-on-one interviews probably. That would be okay. I would be okay with that. But, I'm not comfortable with reaching out to these people. I'm not at that point in my own self yet where I'm comfortable asking. That is asking for help. That's what that is. That's asking for help. If I'm like, hey, do you want to do an interview? That's me asking for help for my channel. And I'm just not with that. I'm not. I want to be. I'm working on that. I'm trying to open that up and loosen that up a little bit because that is a step that's going to have to happen. But I'm really... Imposter syndrome is a real thing, I know that I have brought value to several of y'all's lives. Y'all have told me that, and so I believe you. Regardless, I still feel like a complete imposter a lot of the time. I have had direct revelation, and I still feel like an imposter a lot of the time. I feel like other people are going to feel like I'm an imposter. That's my type. is that I think that other people are going to feel like I'm an imposter, and that sets off this thing in me. And so I'm really just searching. I really just wanted to touch base. I just really wanted to talk to my crew. I like talking to you. It's cathartic to me. Like, it lets out a thing for me to be able to talk to you. Regardless of what the subject matter is, and regardless of the topics that we touch, I like being brutally honest, and that's what I do. Like, if I was to choose for myself a job, right, and I could do anything, and compensation and benefits and all of that would be outside of the scope. I've spent a lot of time on this, and it's really hard for me because I looked at a farm. I could do a farm, y'all. I can make a farm. I can make a living off a farm. I could definitely make a living off a farm because I know how to plan it so that it is diversified and would be so abundant. Like, so very abundant. And I would go crazy. Like, I love it. I can't physically keep up with what I would have to do to have the farm work in the way that I would want it. I could pay somebody else to do it, but I don't like, and I'm okay with that to a certain extent, but I would have to be at a different financial level to be able to do that. And so, farm, not really for me. I'm going to turn my yard into an herb garden. Like, my whole yard. My wife's going to get so mad at me. But I'm going to be growing a lot of herbs. We're going to be talking about a lot of herbs because the herbs are the important part of this, right? The things that we can grow on the backside of this shelf to use as medicine is the most important thing, I think, to get across. And it bugs me that it's going to take me 9 months to put that out for y'all. We're going to talk about crystals and how the vibrations of crystals work and how that can help affect you and how that's normally a good thing if you're doing it intentionally. And those videos will probably come out a lot faster than the other ones were, but I really feel weird because, like, I use crystals. I have so many crystals in this room, y'all. I have crystals scattered throughout my house, but I don't worship near a crystal, right? The crystals don't do anything on their own. The crystals are a focus. They help you to change your vibration by channeling vibration through them. And so there's another level of imposter syndrome that I got to get through on that, because while I know these things, I have spent so much of my life actively dismissing these things because of my upbringing and because of the religious background that I have, right? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Well, I never knew they said pharmacist. I didn't realize that was a thing. Now I do. And so I'm in a better place. Like, I'm working with my energies. I am pulling and pushing and manipulating the energies. I am working on my grounding, and I am getting very good at that. I'm working on my shielding. I'm getting pretty good at that. The transfer of energy, that's getting better. Like, I'm getting to the point where I can actually move. Like, I can't stick out my hand like the Force and pull something to me, right? But I can push energy in a way that you can physically feel. Like, you won't even know I'm there. I can sneak up behind you and push energy into you, and you'll be like, whoa. Like, I can do that. That is a thing. And the thing is that is where the healing comes from, right? That's how Reiki works. That's how several different faith healings work. And I'm working on the mechanics of that to where I can explain that in a way that people can use it. I'm not sure whether or not I'm meant to be doing that as a profession. I'm not sure if I'm meant to be counseling people as a profession. I really want a profession. Like, I really want to be doing something. And this can be a profession, but it's going to have to change a whole lot. Like, I can't do reactions. I can't do the MBTI stuff. I can't. Like, it's so hard to explain. I really physically can't do it. Alright, we're getting way too long. I did not expect this to be this long. I just like talking to y'all. So, I hope that I explained a little bit about where I've been. Like, I'm not avoiding anything. I'm really not. Like, I really was told to not. To just sit back, just wait. the opportunity is coming, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm trying to stop myself from trying to force something because I want things to happen, and that's the way I'm built. When I want something, I want it now. I want to be on top of it. You give me a project, right? You say, okay, here's the project. You got 3 weeks to complete this. These are the tasks that need to be completed. And you tell me that, and I'm going to have it done in a week or two. Like, I'm that person. I'm going to grind through it. I'm going to get them goals done. I'm that dude. I'm going to be ahead of schedule every time. I'm diligent in that manner. I get obsessive in that manner. And it really bugs me that I don't have anything to be obsessive about right now. Like, it really is. It's really bugging the shit out of me that I can't be obsessive about something right now because I don't have anything to be obsessive about. Like, my life's going great. I'm having a wonderful time with everything in my life. There's tragedies, like we just had a death, but like I don't mourn death in the same way that people do because I know what's on the other side, and I know the experience for this particular person is better. Like, I know that they're in a better place. And so, like, it's really weird. I'm in a really weird spot. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me. I haven't given up on y'all. I am coming back. I just, like, life happens, right? And it's not like a sequence of events that have kept me pulled away. It was literally, like, in my meditation, God told me to step back, so I did. He told me to stop doing some things, and I did. He told me that I need to slow down on some things, and I did. And now I'm just waiting. I need to know what the next step is. So this is me failing forward of I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's coming. I hope to figure it out soon, right? I hope to have a grind soon because that's what I want. Like, I really want to start the school. I just don't know how to go about something like that. I'm not sure what the target audience needs to be. Like, if I were to do something for my whole life, right? I'm 45 years old, so I'm halfway through life, realistically, right? 90 is not a bad assumption for a human. What do I want to do for the second half of my life? Because what I start now, I'm not stopping until I die. This isn't like whatever I start next is not something I'm going to retire from. It's not something that I'm going to get, like, I want to do something for the next 45 years. I like teaching people. Like, I like taking things and breaking it down in a way people that can understand it. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm going to be a teacher in somebody else's school for a while. Maybe I'm going to be helping people plant their gardens for a while. Like, I'm looking into horticulturalism, becoming a horticulturalist. It's not that difficult in the state of Louisiana, and I can do it. Like, I know how to do it already. And so that anyway. Thanks for hanging out. I know I'm getting off on another rant. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Even on the days I'm not here, y'all, I'm still praying for y'all. Until next time, I love you, and this has been Pitt. Peace.